Listen, if you're thinking about moving to Syracuse, New York, this video is for you because honestly, stop. It could be the biggest regret of your life. And until you know these things that we're going to talk about, you want to make sure you have it close to your chest. You see, a lot of our clients actually look at Syracuse, New York for the affordability, the beautiful winters, and everything else that comes with it from the community and the strong bonds in there. But what they don't understand is there's just so many things about Syracuse, New York that really no one mentions because why would they? So in this one, we're going to cover every single thing at Syracuse, from specific things that you're really not going to notice anywhere else to major influxes of mistakes that are being made. I want to make sure that you have the ultimate facilitation of every single decision, and that's why we're going to cover it. Roll the intro. What's up, guys? Kagan here, your favorite upstate New York realtor. And here's the big thing. Although a lot of people in Syracuse and other locations talk about it being a beautiful four-season climate, what they don't mention is a lot of the days, well, they tend to get gloomy. And sad or seasonal affective disorder, it's a real thing. You see, we had a client of ours actually relocate here from Austin, Texas. And maybe this sounds like you. They're a family of four looking for something a little bit more quaint, tranquil, and relaxed. They looked all over in all their markets as well, in other states and everything else in between, but they looked at Rochester and upstate New York in particularity, and they called it home. They texted me and they said, this is exactly the ambiance of where I'm looking for. They looked in Buffalo, Rochester, and ultimately Syracuse, Syracuse was a deciding factor for them. They loved it here, but what they didn't realize, we mentioned this, is seasonal affective disorder is a real thing. In the wintertime and sometimes in the springtime and fall time as well, you are definitely going to get those cloudy days alongside the snow and everything else that comes with it. If you're someone that wants just one season, then don't even look at Syracuse. It's not the place for you. You have to understand that even on days that it says it's going to be warm, sometimes it's not. And on days that it says it's going to be absolutely cold, sometimes it's gloomy. You want to make sure you have all these things in consideration because one of the big things that's affluent, especially with people that are continuously relocating, is the weather. The migration patterns of these weathers and ultimately what specifically is happening here and what things you can do with it. Now, our winter times are absolutely gorgeous and it's absolutely beautiful. But the one thing is you want to make sure that you have all the information that you need. Listen, the term affordability is used very loosely in our industry and just overall. Here's what I mean. Obviously, the central Syracuse market, well, it's definitely on the cheaper end. Sometimes homes can be between $150 and $250, which is a lot less than the national average. But places that are actually higher tier for schooling, safety, community vibes, places like maybe Jamesville, DeWitt, that kind of area, Jamesville, Manus, that kind of area, specific parts that are on the lake like Casanova, they're going to get up there. $1 million ranges. You see, a lot of the people that are coming here, they want a sense of security. It just makes sense, right? So when you're looking at all these other markets and you're looking at all these other places, guess what? You want to make sure that you have the best foot forward. You want to make sure that you have all the things that you're looking for and the influx of data in comparison to just shooting darts and having no real idea for it. And that's why you want to make sure you're working with a trusted professional as well. And that's the second thing, is come here if you are looking for some safe, good, strong sets of communities, but understand that it's not the coast to understand that it's not the median price point that everyone is talking about. The median price ranges hovers and combines, well, everything from the bad neighborhoods to the okay neighborhoods to the great neighborhoods to the amazing neighborhoods as well. There's a reason that it's called the median. So take all that into consideration. One of the biggest factors is take the fact that you're going to be looking for a little while. You see, our team actually listed a property in Syracuse. It was a duplex, not too much going on with it, but it was a nice little thing. 79 showings. Yeah. 40 plus offers. And that's why I'm telling you the market right now in upstate New York, especially Rochester and Syracuse, is just so hot that you want to make sure that you've had time set aside only for looking. Take time to understand that it's going to take longer than you think. Because it is. It absolutely is. And I don't say this as to be a negative Nancy. I don't say this to be the person that you choose to call, which I would love. But in all seriousness, I say this because it's the truth. I've had clients looking for more than 7, 8, 9 months for a home and they've had no luck. Why? It's because everyone is outbidding them $50, $60, $70, $80, $90,000. That is the market. Make sure you have all these things in consideration. Make sure you have all the data that's going with it as well. If you can't wait or you need something ASAP, then we can potentially find something, but expect to bid way more than you think. The way that it's so upsetting, honestly. The way that agents are listing price points right now, they're not listing it at the aspirational or market, they're listing it at the event price, which is essentially a way to drive more traffic and more eyeballs to that listing. Kind of sucky when you think about it, but it is what's happening right now. So take all these things into consideration before you make that move. You see, one of the big things about Syracuse that a lot of people tend to get wrong is we're not New Albany and we're definitely not New York City. Well, we're close enough to New York City that you can definitely get by. It's not too far, you know what I mean, kind of thing. But make sure you have that in consideration. If you're looking for a bigger metropolitan, then this is not going to be the place for you. In terms of our residence size, we're about 150 to 200,000 people that actually live here. So if you want a massive metropolitan, you want something that's absolutely huge, well, Syracuse really isn't the vibe. We're more so where we know our neighbors, and it's a little bit more tranquil. Now, combining with this and also giving you the fourth thing, we're also definitely a sports town. You see, Syracuse University is one of the biggest and best facilitators of, number one, the economics, and number two is just overall culture. We're massive fans of, well, sports, from basketball, baseball, football, and everything else in between. Now, if that's not you, you're definitely gonna have a harder time, obviously, adjusting to everything here. But hey, I've seen a lot of people make that move here, and they've been just fine. But Sunday, especially when you are watching football, well, it's kind of like a tribute to the environment as a whole. Make sure you have those things in consideration as well. And you know, combining with this last but definitely not least, let's talk specifically about one thing. I'm gonna give you a quick story. When Mary came here from Dallas, she told me one thing. She said, Gagan, I need to find something that I don't have to worry too much about with driving. She's in her 60s, so yeah. I told her Syracuse isn't really gonna be a place for you. You see, our winters are bad. We have the snowiest winter in all of America. So take that into consideration as well. Before you make this massive decision, facilitate all the decision-making processes with pros and cons of actually coming here. Our winters are bad, really bad. So when you are thinking about, hey, Syracuse, maybe it's the move, maybe it's not the move, you have to take weather's affluence in account. Because the last thing that you want to be is stuck in a ditch on a January because your car actually spun and did you call your dad and he got mad at you. So don't be like me. But besides the point, all of these things about Syracuse, New York doesn't scare you, then welcome home. Syracuse is a great place. So let me tell you who it's for and who I think it's not for. It's for you if you are looking for, well, an affordable sense of neighborhood and community. It's for you if you want a strong sense of camaraderie with the people that you live. It's for you if you love sports and you're a massive Syracuse fan. It's for you if you love lakes, you're a fan of just good springtime and summertime weather. You're also wanting to be pretty close to New York City as well. It's not for you if you cannot handle the snow. It's not for you if you can't wait 2 to 3 months to actually buy a house. It's not for you if you want a massive metropolitan, because we are none of those things. I think Syracuse is beautiful. It's an amazing place to live. I shared an entire video on the ultimate guide to living in Syracuse, New York. I'm gonna put that video right here. Watch it and I'll see you soon. Peace.